Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California, celebrating 40 years of food, fun, and festivals. Dine amidst the masters in a festive theatrical Italian town square. Enjoy delicious hand-stuffed pastas, tortellini, fresh-baked breads, sauces of the freshest ingredients made from a private stock of Sicilian family recipes. Enjoy our bar and complete wine list and our 5 wines for $10 special. Sunday brunch, just $13.95. It includes champagne, an omelet bar, a wide range of entrees, and a chocolate fountain for dessert. Also enjoy our Express lunch buffet Monday through Friday, just $8.50. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in downtown Fullerton, California. Planning a party? Call Angelo's and Vinci's for your wedding reception, rehearsal dinner, bridal shower, or party. Free banquet facilities and a variety of menus and options are available. Call 714-879-4022. Visit us at angeloandvinci's.com, like us on Facebook, and don't forget the monsters in the wine cellar.
This is Dr. Carol Scott inviting you to join us for the new Stress Relief Coach Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio. You can follow us also on Facebook at Stress Relief Coach Radio. We're going to have several segments: stress and health, stress in the news. We'll take on issues of the day that may be concerning to you and your family, and an advice segment. What's stressing you? Call in, get advice, and give advice. Finally, we'll have an expert every week. This is Tuesdays, 10 a.m. West, 1 p.m. East.
Everybody's talking at me.
Welcome to Talkback with Chuck Wilder. This is Steve Sanchez, guest hosting for Chuck until he returns. It's good to be here. Welcome to the program. If you're wondering who Steve Sanchez is, well, you can check out yours truly by going to the stevesanchezshow.com website. There you can engage in our Facebook community, and you can follow me on Twitter at Real Raw Talk. You can also catch me weekends right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio on Channel 1 at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we bring you real, raw, relevant talk every weekend. Caution, my show doesn't sit around the campfire singing Kumbaya. And today, America, we're not going to be sitting around the campfire singing Kumbaya. No, not at all. We're going to be discussing what is on the lips of every American in this country. And if it's not, well, it should be. You're sleeping under a rock if it's not, because, look, we've had some major tragedies in the last week in Boston, and we're going to talk about that later in the show. We're going to talk about why I believe that the reason that we're continuing to have these bombings, these problems, these threats from North Korea is we have a naked Marxist in the White House. Yes, President Obama is an imposter and has hijacked the White House. And I want you to engage in this conversation with me today and let me know your thoughts on where we're at in this administration, where we're at in America, and where you think we're going to be going. And you can weigh in by giving us a call at 1-800-336-2225. That's 1-800-336-2225. And you can also catch us live and watch us live on crntalk.com. Now, I'm from Phoenix. My flagship is Phoenix, Arizona, KXXT. I'm heard all around America. I'm a nationally syndicated talk show. In fact, I'm one of the fastest growing weekend shows in America. And I was driving in from Phoenix, and I decided to drive in, and, you want to take that time. At least I do. I like to take that time, kind of think, and that drive allows me to do that. But when I got into Los Angeles, I brought my son, who is my producer and my board operator. I sent him to film school, and he's hanging out with me. 23. We have a great relationship. We're driving in, and I notice in L.A., there's a sign that basically states handheld law, $159, it's not worth it. And I'm thinking, what the heck is this handheld law? And my son Nate says, yeah, if you're holding your cell phone and you get pinched, you get a $159 ticket. I don't like that. And I can't believe in California you would allow the government to continue to control you. Now, most people are going to say, well, it's no different than basically seatbelts. I think it's a big difference. I don't like the government telling us what to do, how to do it. I think we have enough common sense to have a Bluetooth, and if we don't, then that's your fault. What happened to responsibility, individual responsibility, as opposed to the government basically telling us what's best, how we're supposed to do it. I mean, my goodness, you have Mayor Bloomberg telling us we can't have big gulps. We have Michelle Obama telling us that we're supposed to eat carrots, but yet she's slipping down sliders and sweet potato fries and everything else. But yet the government believes that they know better. And is this a Governor Jerry Brown thing? I mean, Paul, I mean, is this what this is, or is this before Jerry Brown? And here's the deal with Jerry Brown. See, I'm from California, and I've been in Phoenix for the last 15 years. California, let me ask you a question. How could you reelect Moonbeam? I mean, he almost destroyed California in the late 70s because he was too busy with Linda Ronstadt, and now you reelected this guy again. Did you want him to come and finish the job here in California? I don't get it. Look, you're probably already gathering I'm a conservative. Yes, thank you very much, I am. But I'm independent because I believe today the Republican and the Democratic Party are two and the same. They're globalists. I believe that they don't have the best interest of the people. And I believe fundamentally that most people in America have conservative values. Yes, I believe that there's liberal tendencies that America has, social tendencies, and I have some of those as well. But I believe for the most part, we have conservative values when it comes to family and it comes to life. I believe that. I just believe that the Republican Party doesn't know how to display those conservative values. Because I'll be honest with you, I think they're inept, just like the Democratic Party. I just do. And I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to know what you think regarding this because let's just be honest. You reelected this guy, and I'm talking about not only Governor Brown, I'm talking about President Obama. And the first time, I could understand, we wanted change in America. People were tired of Bush and the New World Order. And I mean, let's just be honest. Okay. I mean, I'm just telling you what has been said out there. People were tired about George W. Bush. They were just tired. So they decided, look, here's President Obama. Even though the guy's a community organizer and had no experience, we're going to elect him on this change mantra. And let me tell you something. Change, we got, America. We got shortchanged. So I understand that the first time around, we had conservatives and independents, and we had a variety of different people elect President Obama. And it was cool. I mean, hey, look, the first black president in America, I was applauding that. That's awesome. And I didn't vote for him. But when he became president, I said, look, he's the president of all the people. I am going to support and see where his policies take us. And you know where they've taken us, $17 trillion in debt and growing. I mean, let's just be honest. And I said, okay, look, here's the deal. He'll be a one-term president, and we'll have an opportunity to make different decisions because elections have consequences. But yet again, this president is reelected, even though his track record is one of the worst in history. And I just cannot blame conservatives and liberals anymore, even though many did reelect this man. I believe that there was some hanky-panky going on with our electoral system. I just believe that. I can't prove it, but I believe it. I do a little homework. In fact, I do a lot of homework. And I believe there was something going on at the voting polls, the voting booths, in terms of maybe illegal immigrants were voting. That's what I'm going to believe. And I'll tell you why, because I've done my homework, at least in Arizona, where there was a lot of voter fraud that was being reported, but the mainstream media didn't want to jump on it. Because here's the deal. Even though Romney wasn't the perfect candidate, let's just be honest. We cannot deny that this president took us down a road of a promised socialist utopia. And I've got news for you, America. Socialism doesn't work. It hasn't worked. And it never will work because America was built on a blueprint called the Constitution. America was built on a foundation that self-reliance, hard work, the sweat of your brow would give you some type of success. But yet what's happened is government, Big Brother, has stepped in and said, look, we may believe that that was the way it was in America at one time, but now you're too dumb to have success on your own. So let us help you. We know what's best for you. We know how to spend your money better. We know what you need to eat. We want to watch you with our drones and our cameras and our intrusion on your cell phone conversations because we know what's best because, after all, we're the administration. We're the government. We know what's best for you, Mr. and Mrs. America. Is that true? Do they know what's best for us? 17 trillion in debt. America's been downgraded. We have unemployment still at record highs. We've seen complete failure. We've had Benghazi. We've had terrorist threats, and now an actual terrorist bombing in Massachusetts. And let's call it what it is. It's terrorists. See, why don't people want to say that it's radical Muslim jihadists that did this? I mean, let's just be honest. Why are we going to, beat around the bush? This is what it was. I mean, it's not. I mean, one of the bombers who died was on a extreme watch list. I mean, the FBI knew about this. And now reports are coming out saying, hey, no, there was no ties to terrorist groups. This was merely motivated by hatred for America and hatred for Christianity. Okay. That's typically what terrorists do anyways. I mean, so how are we spinning this? I mean, let's just call it what it is. Why do we have a difficult time calling it? Are we so politically correct that we can't call this what it is? Again, radical Muslim jihadists did this, period. And I believe they didn't work alone. Now, am I going to buy into this conspiracy thing like the ant in California, or in Canada, that's saying, this was a setup? I don't know. I doubt it was a setup. Could it be? Sure. I doubt it. I don't buy into a lot of conspiracies. It could have been. I'd hate to believe that that's the case. But here's the deal. I believe that they did not work alone. How could these two that had no money, absolutely no money, be able to afford and fund this? And where did this guy go? The brother that died. I don't even know how to pronounce their names, and I really don't care, to tell you the truth, because I'm not going to give them the glory. I mean, here's the bottom line. One of the terrorists that died, the older brother, was in Russia for 6 months. How did he pay for that trip? Where was he? He was on the watch list. The FBI was watching this guy, interrogated this guy. I mean, the uncle is coming out and say these guys are losers. The father's coming out and say they were true angels. So what is it? Losers, true angels? Well, I'll tell you what it is. 260 people are wounded, maimed. 3 people died, including an 8-year-old boy. And you don't want to offend a group, but you'll sure basically throw Christianity under the bus. Many will throw Christianity. The ultra-left liberal mindset will throw Christianity under the bus. In fact, I heard a report when this was going down that they hoped it was a white Christian that did this, so that this radical Muslim terrorist jihadist groups wouldn't be pinpointed and there wouldn't be hate in America. That boggles my mind. I'm a peaceful guy. I get along with everybody. I don't care if you're black, brown, blue, or purple. I really don't care. But I will tell you this. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what political affiliation you have. I will tell you this. If you're going to kill people in the name of a religion, you're a terrorist, and you're going to go down, baby. And that's the way America should be. And that's what the president should be saying. He should be coming out and saying, look, this is what's going to happen. We do not tolerate this in America. That's not what he's saying. You know it and I know it. He's pussyfooting around. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. What do you think, America? Where are you at with what's happened and now where the leftist media is taking this? Because they're spinning it and they're trying to make the now survivor, this young 19-year-old terrorist suspect, an angel. He's no angel. I don't care. Now, he's confessing. Has basically given a confession. Yeah, according to the Huffington Post, and the reason I'm quoting the Huffington Post is I want to quote the liberal mindset so that this isn't made up. He is basically confessing. But they're saying, hey, wait a minute, he confessed before his Miranda rights. How about his Miranda rights, Steve? What about his Miranda rights? Why should he have Miranda rights? Well, he's an American citizen. He became American citizen in September of 2012. So doesn't the Miranda rights apply to him? I don't know. I'm not a constitutional attorney. What I will know is this boy was a terrorist. His brother that died was a terrorist. They killed and maimed people. They did it in the name of religion. They did it in the name of hating America and Christianity, and we've got a problem. And guess what? This problem's not going to go away until we get tough. It's just real simple. Why do we continue to make excuses and justifications Call it what it is, America. Radical Islamic terrorists. That's what did this. And if you feel comfortable saying it's something else, then I challenge you to go to the parents of that 8-year-old that they're going to be laying down and tell them that it's not. Give us a call. Weigh in on the conversation today on Talkback with Chuck Wilder. This is Steve Sanchez sitting in for Chuck. 1-800-336-2225. 1-800-336-2225. Give us a call. Weigh in on the conversation. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more on this Boston problem and what we're going to see ahead. Don't go away.
How do you feel? Where are your views on what you're hearing? Give us a call and share them with us at CRN Digital Talk. It's toll-free from anywhere in the USA. 1-800-336-2225. Again, that toll-free number, 1-800-336-2225. Join us today on CRN Digital Talk. We're here for you. 1-800-336-2225.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinn.com.
Hi, this is Fred Dreyer. Join us for the PM show Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. We'll discuss common sense and reason as it applies to the insanity of American politics. Once again, it's the PM show with Fred Dreyer, Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Hi, this is Larry Minetti. I played Rick on Magnum PI. This winter, you've got to escape to Hawaii and stay at the Hilton Hawaiian Village Waikiki Beach Resort. Come lounge by your choice of 5 beautiful sparkling swimming pools. Surf or swim on Waikiki's whitest white sandy beach. Enjoy water sports at Duke Kahanamoku Lagoon. Visit the shops. Dine at any one of Hilton Hawaiian Village's favorite restaurants and watch awesome fireworks on Friday nights. Hilton Hawaiian Village is Waikiki's only true destination resort. With more of everything, folks. Book today at HiltonHawaiianVillage.com or see your travel agency. And don't forget to say, Rick sent me.
Everybody's talking at me.
Welcome back. This is Steve Sanchez sitting in for Chuck Wilder in the Talkback program. It's good to be here. You can catch us at crntalk.com. You can listen live there, watch live. You can give us a call by weighing in at 1-800-336-2225. And if you want more information on yours truly, Steve Sanchez, you can visit the SteveSanchezShow.com website. When we went to break, we were talking about what's going on in Boston. And in fact, I'm looking at the funeral right now of the MIT cop. And again, you go tell that police officer's family that this wasn't radical Muslim jihadist terrorists that perpetrated this evil. Let's go ahead and jump to some of our phone calls here. We've got Elle holding in Riverside, California. Elle, welcome to the program.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Hi. It's Al. I have a kind of a juxtaposition of a couple of these current events. One is a gun control thing, and the other is immigration.
Okay.
On the one hand, we're told that gun control laws are passed for safety reasons. I keep hearing that word over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that what it amounts to is the 99% get penalized for the 1%. But when it comes to something like immigration, which is certainly a safety reason, in addition to national sovereignty and all these normal things, these very same people, drop the ball. They turn into a dish rag. I said, look, if you're not going to regulate who's coming in here, whether it's, and by the way, someone that's not legally in the country is an illegal alien. If you're not going to screen out jihadists or people with diseases or people that simply shouldn't be here, which leads to sovereignty, which is what makes a country, there's this duality. On the one hand, they do say we need this for safety reasons, and on the other hand, the big-ticket thing like sovereignty seems to go out the window. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It's like being a fat, skinny person.
Right.
Now, do you think the juxtaposition of these two current things on the agenda, on the one hand, it looks like two different issues, but to me it's the same. You can't campaign for safety, quote-unquote, and then recommend open borders when we don't know what motivation, what physical condition, what mental condition these people are coming in here. And the third point about that, the same people that think we should have open borders, if somebody comes into their front yard, and most of these people are gun control left-wingers, they would shoot them or they'd have the police shoot them.
Right, exactly.
Now,
well, you bring up a good,
something here?
No, you bring up a good point, Alan. I'll tell you this. Here's the problem we have. We've got globalists running this country, and the Republicans and the Democrats are not that much in terms of a difference. We've got this gang of 8, by the way, that I think is a joke. One of them is a senator. 2 of them, in fact, are senators from my state in Arizona, Flake and McCain. And they've got Rubio now because, his last name is Rubio, by the way. And here's the deal. You're not going to change this issue. It's going to continue to be propaganda that we know what's best for you. Yes, we're going to control the borders. Yes, we're going to cut this off. But right now, President Obama just ordered all these illegal immigrants to have immediate status. Here's the deal. I believe in sealing the borders immediately. And I believe that no one, I don't care if it's from Mexico, Canada, Russia, I don't care. Seal the borders immediately. Deal with the problem that we have right now. And look, let's just be honest. There is going to be some amnesty. We can pretend that there's not going to be. We can scream that we don't want it, but
well, again,
we're going to have it.
The point Steve Camarada told Chuck Wilder the other day is that it's a euphemism. Instead of amnesty, it's then called earned entrance, or they changed. It's like calling a kidnapper a child relocation specialist.
Yeah, they're branding it a different way.
You said there's no difference in the main political parties. Think about this. You've got George Bush and Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
When you question these people extensively about immigration, it's the same guy. They both basically believe in open borders. One wants employees and customers. The other wants an ethnic vote. So both of the main political parties, with specificity to the issue of immigration, are corrupt on that issue.
Yeah.
And the final point is this. I keep harping about this for years now. Why is it that the country that's done the most regarding immigration, we've done the most, we wind up getting the most criticism by this?
Well,
how can this be?
Well, I'll tell you this, El, and El, I do appreciate you calling and weighing in. Thanks. Have a great week. Here's the deal: is we're going to continue to be criticized because of the envy that other countries have for America. Let's just be honest. We're the youngest, most successful, most generous country on the planet. No. Do we fall short on things? Absolutely. But let's just be honest. When there's a problem, who's the first to have humanitarian aid? It's us. We are giving billions of dollars a year in aid to third world countries. When the problem and the earthquake happened in Haiti, who was the first feet on the ground? I mean, think about this. It's envy for what we have been able to build in America. And yes, we've got a left and a right in America, but at the end of the day, when we take the political craziness out of it, there are good, ordinary Mr. and Mrs. American citizens that understand that America was built on vision, ingenuity, hard work, the sweat of the brow. And when we believe that and we apply that and we see the successes that come from that, of course, it's going to make other countries envious. I hope I answered your question. Well, that's the music. We've got to go pay some bills now. So when we come back, more of this and your phone calls. Do not turn that dial.
How do you feel? Where are your views on what you're hearing? Give us a call and share them with us at CRN Digital Talk. It's toll-free from anywhere in the USA. 1-800-336-2225. Again, that toll-free number, 1-800-336-2225. Join us today on CRN Digital Talk. We're here for you. 1-800-336-2225.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Called the Oprah of radio by her listeners, award-winning host Dr. Pat Baccili is blowing the doors off of traditional talk radio. Get ready for an energizing delivery and powerful interviews with leaders in the field of human potential. Dr. Pat's fresh, new perspective on living life full out has catapulted her show to the top of talk radio. Tune in and Dr. Pat will help you thrive instead of merely survive. Visit thedrpatshow.com.
Listen to Dr. Pat, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern on CRN.
Hi, folks. This is Fred Dreyer for Regenix. Like so many people today, I was losing my hair. I was literally watching it fall out, jumping right off the top of my head. So I said, that's it, enough. I called Regenix. I still remember that first day I walked through those doors. It was magical. It changed my life. When they introduced me to their patented hair analysis program, I immediately saw why I was losing my hair. Through their microscopic examination, I saw gray, sickly scalp. I had no circulation. The hair follicles themselves were caked and clogged with a dirty, oily sludge. I was so relieved. Finally, there was hope. So now, after 6 years on the Regenix program, my scalp is pink and clean, and my hair is growing back. It makes so much sense. Don't wait. Call Regenix right now. Pick up the phone and put an end to your worries. Start by calling 1-800-REGENIX. That's 1-800-REGENIX, or go to Regenix.com.
Listen, if you're considering buying hardwood flooring, don't do anything until you've written down this number and received your free Lumber Liquidators catalog.
The flooring with high quality with an unbeatable price tag.
Call in the next 10 minutes to get your free catalog.
What I bought at Lumber Liquidators is of vastly higher quality than flooring I had installed 6 years ago, and for a fraction of the cost.
So if you want great hardwood flooring at unbeatable prices, trust Lumber Liquidators. We buy direct from the mills. Call right now to get our flooring guide and catalog absolutely free. It's filled with top-quality hardwood flooring, including solid hardwoods, laminates, and bamboos, and even Bellawood pre-finished flooring with a 100-year transferable warranty. The same floor Bob Vila has in his home. This free catalog is full of tips, ideas, and our flooring project list to make your buying decisions easy. Hurry, call right now to get a copy of this free guide and catalog. Call 800-542-0122 to get your free copy now. 800-542-0122. 800-542-0122.
Everybody's talking at me.
Welcome back to Talkback with Chuck Wilder. This is Steve Sanchez hosting today, and it's great to be here in the City of Angels in Los Angeles at the CRN Digital Talk Radio studios. If you want more information on yours truly, you can visit me at the stevesanchezshow.com website. There you can engage in our Facebook community, and you can follow me on Twitter at Real Raw Talk. I want you to join the Triple R Brigade because we keep you in the know. Now, if you want to weigh in today on the conversation, you can do so by calling 1-800-336-2225, 1-800-336-2225. Give us a call here live. And if you want to check us out on our live stream, you can do so by going to crntalk.com. When we went to break and we were talking to one of the callers out in Riverside, we were talking about what drives the mindset of really American politics, American politicians, their mindset, because let's just be honest, they're flip-floppers, most of them. They are. They'll tell you one thing, and the next week they change their mind, and then based on a poll, they change their mind again. I mean, it just continues to be this perpetual flip-flop type attitude. And this flip-flop environment that we have basically become almost desensitized to has almost destroyed America. Let's just be honest. Now, I am a patriot and I love America, but I'm not particularly fond of our government today. I'm just not. And I think there is some concern when people say, well, if you don't like our government, then you don't love America. No, not true. Absolutely not true. In fact, our founders, our framers, were adamant about government being limited. Why do you think we had the Revolutionary War? I mean, think about it. We want to go back and rewrite history is what we want to do. We can't rewrite history, people. I mean, it is what it is. The reality is America had a blueprint and still does to this day. It's called the Constitution. Even though Michael Bloomberg, mayor of New York, basically states that he wants to change the Constitution, that interpretation of the Constitution will have to change because of these Boston bombings. Now, I'm not a real big fan of Bloomberg because let's just be honest, he's no Rudy Giuliani. Never has been, never will be. This guy is inept. I don't care for him. I believe he has what's called the Bloomberg Mafia. I believe that. And Bloomberg is one of those liberal Republicans that basically believes that he knows what's best for New York, meaning that if you go into the 7-Eleven and get a big gulp, then you can't get a 32-ounce because, hey, you know what? The sugar's bad for you. You're too fat. That's what he's saying. Okay, number one. Number two is he basically wants to make sure that restaurants do not give any styrofoam containers for your leftovers. I mean, see, don't we have more important things to discuss, more important policies to put in place than basically government putting their big hands where they don't belong? I believe we do. And I believe you know that. The mayor has even been rumored to say that he wanted to implement a policy that forces the city of New York to join a gym. That's correct. Is this the new America? I believe it is. Why? Because we reelected a naked Marxist socialist that is in the White House. Call it what it is. Let's be honest. President Obama's not a liberal. Hillary Clinton's a liberal. John Kerry's a liberal. Okay? Bill Clinton was a liberal. President Barack Obama is a socialist. Don't believe me? Read his book, The Audacity of Hope. He says it. That's his belief system. And that belief system is now permeating in America. America has now become an entitlement society. I want my Obama phone. I want this. I want that. This is what's happened. What happened to hard work? What happened to discipline? What happened to self-reliance? What happened to the church helping and feeding the hungry? What happened? Where did we go wrong? Give us a call and weigh in on the conversation at 1-800-336-2225, 1-800-336-2225, right here at Talkback with Chuck Wilder. This is Steve Sanchez, guest hosting today. You can check us out at crntalk.com, and you can follow me on Twitter at Real Raw Talk. Let's go ahead and go to our busy phone lines here. We've got Bob holding in Boston. Bob, welcome to the program.
Steve, how are you today?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Okay, I just thought I'd give you the report from Boston out of the horse's mouth here.
Yes.
It was an interesting week. What do you think?
It was a very interesting week, and my prayers have been with your city and your state. And I just don't know what to say, Bob, and really how to say it, because unless you're there on the ground like you've been, it's chaos, and I believe still the city is in shock, and no one wants to call this what it was: radical jihadists that perpetrated this evil. It's just real simple.
Yeah, well, I guess they had their reasons. We don't know what those reasons are yet, although it's starting to become clear that at least one of these guys was radical as far as his religion is concerned.
Right. The brother that died.
There are radicals on both sides of the spectrum there too. There are plenty of Christian radicals who also commit terrorist acts.
Right.
And it's a matter of how we deal with all of them.
But you know what, Bob? Here's the deal. I mean, the last Christian radical we had was Timothy McVeigh, and I'll be honest with you, the guy was a nut job. But correct me if I'm wrong, the planes that were hijacked and went through the World Trade Center, went through the Pentagon, were radical Muslims. And the only faith that I know that basically insists on the killing of children is radical Islam. It's just real simple. I know we don't like to say it. It's not popular, but it just is what it is. Now, I know there's a bunch of Christian nutcases out there, and I'm a Christian. I'm also an ordained pastor, and I'll be the first to tell you. But again, we have to look at history. We have to be real careful because we don't want to be so politically correct to not say the truth. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, unfortunately, in this country, we turn a blind eye to a lot of the things that are going on. The Justice Department of the United States has reported that there were 7,445 instances of domestic terrorism against abortion providers since 1977.
Right.
And that includes assassinations and arsons and bombs and kidnappings and assaults. And that's a lot of domestic terrorism. And we had over 7,000 instances of Islamic terrorism in the United States, people would be in a panic. People would be marching in the streets. So I don't think that it's looked at evenly and it's looked at fairly.
Right. No, I understand. Now, you're a liberal, obviously, Bob.
No, I'm not a liberal. I'm the most conservative person you've ever met.
Okay. No, I mean, I'm not, and it's fine if you are. I mean, and if you aren't, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm independent. So I see things where I can throw both parties and both ideologies under the bus. Yes, I have to agree with you. Yes, we've had a tremendous amount of disorderly issues regarding abortion clinics and these things. Absolutely. There's no question about it. But
and I don't mean to give you a bad time, but really that's what you call it, disorderly issues? You don't call it acts of terrorism when somebody gets assassinated?
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what I call it. I call it murder. I call it murder. And let's just be honest and look at the definition of terrorist. It's murder, but why doesn't the administration or anybody in the FBI want to call it terrorism? Why can't you even say it's radical jihadist Muslim terrorists that did this? Can you say that?
Well, when the facts come out, I will say that.
Well, the facts are there. They hated America. They hated Christianity. They had religious views that were Islamist. I mean, how much more do you want?
Well, actually, that's not true.
Oh, it is true. He confessed to it.
Well, one of the brothers appears to have had those sympathies. The other brother, according to the mosque that the brothers attended in Boston, attended the mosque once. One time he ever went there.
Have you his computer was full of websites of extremist jihadist content. I mean, how much more do we need to know that this guy was a radical jihadist that basically perpetrated evil against innocent people, innocent children? You go tell the parents, Bob, of that 8-year-old little boy that this wasn't a radical Islamic terrorist threat. And Bob, I do appreciate your call. And here's the deal. I mean, this is the problem. America, and I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to put it out there. It's time, men, that you get your testicles out of your wives' purses. Okay? Real simple. Because here's the deal. Call this what it was. Radical Islamic jihadist perpetrated this evil in Boston. Real simple. And when I hear seminar callers like this mock conservative basically calling and saying, well, we have to wait until the information comes out. The information, it's there in front of you, Bob. My God, read the papers. I mean, what more do you want? The guy's confessing. I mean, what more do you want? The guy is confessing. Spirit of stupid permeates in people's minds today, unfortunately. And it goes from the top. Give us a call and weigh in, 1-800-336-2225, 1-800-336-2225. Weigh in the conversation. I am Steve Sanchez, guest hosting Talkback with Chuck Wilder. You can also check us out online by going to crntalk.com, crntalk.com. There you can listen live and you can check us out on the live stream while I'm drinking water and drinking my Starbucks triple macchiato. So look, I mean, hey, I know Bob's calling from Boston. That's cool. I've got a lot of people that I know in Boston that are giving me different reports. We can say that Christianity, we can say, I get it. I'm the first to tell you. There's a bunch of Christian phony balonies. Absolutely. But why do we want to throw that in the mix as opposed to dealing with the issue right now? If this was a Christian attack, a Christian terrorist attack, I'd be talking about it, but it wasn't. You know why? Want me to tell you why? Listen real closely. Are you listening? Did you get your paper and pen out? Are you ready to take notes? Here's why. Because it was radical Islamist jihadists that perpetrated this evil. How do I know that? Because they said so. The FBI knew it. His wife wears the garb, whatever it's called. Okay? Hated America. Hated Christianity. It is what it is, people. And correct me if I'm wrong, that is the only faith that allows for the killing of children. It's real simple. You can pretend it's not. You can say, no, absolutely not, you're wrong, you're in error. No, you're in error. It is what it is. See, we don't want to get back to the basics. And the basics are pretty simple. Call it what it is. And right now, the White House is even basically saying, well, the bombing suspect won't be charged as an enemy combatant. No, in fact, Jay Inept Carney, the press secretary for President Obama, basically said, nah, what we're going to basically do is, we're going to prosecute this terrorist, but we're going to let our civilian system of justice handle it. And, hey, we can trust that because, after all, Eric Holder's in charge of that, right? I mean, we can trust Eric Holder, right? I mean, Eric, Fast and Furious Holder, we can trust, right? Wrong. Call it what it is, baby. Let's just be honest. Hey, you know what? I wasn't a real big George W. Bush fan, but hey, I wouldn't mind having old George W. back in the White House right now because let's just be honest. At least there was, well, I don't want to say a lot of intelligence, but at least there was a call it what it is mentality. There has been a war on terror. There continues to be a war on terror. Even though President Obama said the war on terror was over, it's not over. And then, last week, they get President Obama out of bed at 10:30 at night. They put a suit on him, and he's addressing America, still had cobwebs in his eyes. I mean, first off, why put a suit on at 10:30 at night? We know you were sleeping, sir. I mean, you can come out with at least a polo shirt or something. Come on. No need to be formal here. It's just ridiculous. It's all scripted. It's ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of it. I know you are too. What do we do about it is basically the real question. Well, I'll tell you, it's time to roll up your sleeves, America. It's time to get back to grassroots. And it's time to look at people and not party. People and not party. We're all going to have our different ideologies, left, right, in the middle. Okay, so what? But it's time to get to the people because the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, have basically pimped out America. It's just real simple. You may not like it, but it's the truth. And the only way we're going to change it is the people. By the way, we're the employers, okay? They work for us. We've forgotten that somewhere because we've been busy drinking the grape Kool-Aid. But they work for us. So isn't it time to basically stand up, be a united voice, and call it what it is, and make a difference in this country for your children, your grandchildren, for your legacy? I believe it is. I'd like to hear from you. Weigh in on the conversation today at 1-800-336-2225, 1-800-336-2225. 2225. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind right here on the Talkback Show with Chuck Wilder. I'm Steve Sanchez, guest hosting this great show today. You can check us out at crntalk.com. There you can listen live. You can check us out on the video cam. And you can follow yours truly on Twitter at Real Raw Talk. And you can check me out at the SteveSanchezShow.com website. There you'll find resources. You'll find information about our show. You can catch our show weekends right here on CRN Talk. The Steve Sanchez Show, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we are live with real, raw, relevant truth every weekend. I want you to be in the know, so you need to check us out as well. It concerns me. It just concerns me. because we have gone so far off the mark. And in fact, I'm reading something right now on The Blaze, and it basically states this. Who is saying this? Oh, it was actually the dead terrorist that said that the Bible is a cheap copy of the Quran. Really? Well, let me give you some information. The Bible is the oldest, most published, most read, most translated, best-selling book in history. That's right, in history. So I can assure you, America, that the Bible is not a cheap copy of the Quran. I believe the Bible is the blueprint for the world, and I believe the Constitution is the blueprint for America. How about you? 1-800-336-2225. Give us a call, and we'll be right back.
How do you feel? Where are your views on what you're hearing? Give us a call and share them with us at CRN Digital Talk. It's toll-free from anywhere in the USA. 1-800-336-2225. Again, that toll-free number, 1-800-336-2225. Join us today on CRN Digital Talk. We're here for you. 1-800-336-2225.
So we're going to talk about Dandy Don's Ice Cream Sundae Bar in a Box. The Sundae Bar in a Box is $149.95. What that is 25 ice cream sundaes and all the toppings, all shipped to you with dry ice overnight. And you can have your own sundae bar. 25 scoops of ice cream, and you choose the flavors. 10 toppings, which is hot fudge, hot caramel, strawberry, marshmallow, whipped cream, stem cherries, rainbow sprinkles, chocolate sprinkles, peanuts, almonds, M&Ms, Oreos, granola, chopped up sugar cones. How do you get it? You go online to dandydons.com, DANDYDONS.com, and click on ice cream sundae bars. Like I said, you can pick your own ice cream flavors. Choose your own ice cream flavors. And what does it cost? $149.95 plus shipping. Go to dandydons.com and order it. DANDYDONS, Dandy Don's homemade ice cream. Bye.
Introducing a faster way to push to talk. AT&T Enhanced Push to Talk. AT&T delivers more of what your business needs. Instant communication, up to 1,000 contacts, plus a broad array of devices and platforms. Visit your local AT&T store or call 1-877-981-3359 to get your business started today. You push to talk, we pushed it further. AT&T, rethink possible.
New activations only requires 2-year commitment to eligible voice and data plans plus activation of AT&T Enhanced Push to Talk service.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD. If you've ever had questions about your health, listen to Healthline Live now online at qnlabs.com every Monday through Saturday. I'll take your nutrition questions live during show hours and guide you the best I can on your path to great health. The key to great health is nutrition, and unfortunately, our food sources are not even close to what they used to be. Go to qnlabs.com and join me to learn about quantum nutrition. Ask your questions and get real answers. I'll give you the truth so you're empowered to make excellent nutrition and lifestyle choices. Remember, each day's show streams 24 hours until the next show, so you can listen at your convenience, from anywhere, anytime. If you miss a show, you can still find it archived on the website. So take advantage of this great opportunity to educate yourself and your family. That's Healthline Live every Monday through Saturday on qnlabs.com.
Everybody's talking at me.
All right, welcome back. This is Steve Sanchez sitting in for Chuck Wilder. This is the Talkback program. You can weigh in on the conversation by giving us a call at 1-800-336-2225, 1-800-336-2225. And of course, if you want information on yours truly, I am Steve Sanchez. You can check out the SteveSanchezShow.com website. There you can join Facebook, become a Facebook friend, and follow me on Twitter at Real Raw Talk. You can catch me live weekends right here on CRN Digital Talk by going to crntalk.com and checking me out at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let me tell you something, baby. We like to be raw, we like to be real, and we like to be relevant, and we want to hear what's on your mind today, America. You know, we've been talking a lot about what's been going on in Boston, and I'm looking at the funerals, I'm looking at things on TV, and I'm not liking where we're at right now. And I'm not liking that we have gotten so politically correct in America that we don't call things as they are. Why is that? Why do we have a problem not being intellectually honest? Why can't we say what it is? I mean, we had a caller that basically said, well, I'm not going to go there yet and call this. Well, sir, let me help you a little bit. Get the corn cobs out of your ears. The bomber has confessed to hating America, hating Christianity. They absolutely were radical Islamists, period. Why do we not see that? And he basically challenged me and said, well, you know, if you look at the Christianity and the abortion, okay, you want to talk about abortion? How about the millions of babies aborted every year? How about that? You don't want to touch that. You want to open up abortion? Let's open up abortion, baby, and we'll go down that road. I mean, hey, you know what? You want to be pro-choice? Awesome. But don't infringe on my right to be pro-life. It's just real simple. Okay? So if we're going to actually debate and engage each other, let's be intellectually honest about stuff. You know, we can't mix. You know, this is not Arnold Palmer where we can mix a little unsweetened tea and some lemonade, okay? I mean, you're talking night and day difference with what happened in Boston. And the last time I remember any type of Christian nut job bombing or doing anything in America was Timothy McVeigh. I mean, let's just be honest. Yeah, we're going to have murders and we're going to have things, and I'm not making light of that, but it's not in the name of religion. Why can't we get that? Why can't we grasp that? Why do we continue to skirt that issue? What are we afraid of? I'm not afraid. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'd like to hear from you. Weigh in. Give us a call, 1-800-336-2225. 1-800-336-2225. This is Talkback with Chuck Wilder. This is Steve Sanchez guest hosting today in Los Angeles at the CRN Digital Talk Radio Studios. It's been awesome out here. I'll be here till Friday handling some media business, and I love LA. I do. I love the restaurants. I love the culture. It's a lot of fun. I just don't like this hand cell phone bill. Well, this law. Have you ever got pinched, Paul? $159? What do you guys do? Do you use the phones in the car? Let's be honest. You still use the phone in the car. Yeah. I mean, I was on my phone. I was on speakerphone, but I was on the phone. Do they have cameras? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we keep it low. Yeah, I hear you. And you got the Bluetooth. I don't like the Bluetooth. It looks weird. I'm just going to be honest with you. You know, I'm not, Mr. Spock from Star Trek. I'll be honest with you. So I'm not a Bluetooth guy. I like using the phone. I like holding the phone. I just don't know. I think all this intrusion in the government is just ridiculous. I don't like it. And you guys here in California, I mean, my goodness, Jerry Brown. Wow. Didn't think that would happen. You know, when you guys reelected Jerry Brown, I thought I woke up from like frozen in time. And, here's Jerry Brown at the podium and he's the governor. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter. And it should matter. It should matter because we got to make good decisions when we vote people into office. Because trust me, America, elections have consequences. Tell me it doesn't? Look at what's happening right now in your state and around America. This is Steve Sanchez. We're going to take a hard break. After the news, I'll be back for Hour 2 on Talkback with Chuck Wilder. Do not go away.
Which is most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available in CRN High Definition Sound. Log on to www.crntalk for listings and information on all your favorite shows. That's www.crntalk.com.
The radio channels. The radio channels. CRN.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Investigators now say that some kind of remote control device, possibly a cell phone, was used to detonate the Boston Marathon bombs. One official describes the detonator as close controlled, meaning it had to be triggered within several blocks of the explosives. A huge turnout today at a memorial service for MIT police officer Sean Collier, killed several days after the Boston bombings, gunned down allegedly by the bombing suspects. His brother Rob says Sean was born to be a police officer.
It's taught me that a smile to a stranger, a simple hello, an outreached hand can ultimately change how people treat each other.
Thousands attended the service, family, friends, and law enforcement personnel from across the country. And Boston native James Taylor was among those on hand for the service in Cambridge, Massachusetts. 5 people killed in shootings today at a home in Manchester, Illinois. State Police Lieutenant Colonel Todd Kilby says police did corner a suspect following a car chase.
Shots were exchanged, and the police took the suspect into custody while he was in possession of multiple weapons at approximately 7:27 a.m. this morning. The suspect was then transported to an area hospital where he was later pronounced dead.
There's no word on a motive or the relationship between the suspect and the victims. Also at srnnews.com, the deadly fertilizer plant explosion in Texas will have a huge economic impact on the community of West. An insurance industry trade group estimates that losses will likely top $100 million. On Wall Street, the Dow down about 41 points. The Nasdaq is up 2. This is SRN News.